All right, it is time to talk some college football, specifically Baylor, BYU, big time game out west. National title implications? Probably not, but nonetheless, this is a game that we've got to break down, and I am excited to do just that. Ben Razza here for Odd Chopper, bringing you the analysis, where to bet, and what to do with a very intriguing non-con game here. The Baylor Bears, BYU Cougars out in Utah. This is one that is going to be very, very competitive. We're going to talk about where this line is going, some of the key things to know, and where we're putting down our money. If you're checking out this channel for the first time, you love college football, you love betting, you love sports in general, this is where you want to be. Join, hit subscribe, be part of this community. We really love the support. We're growing quickly. If you want to show that support, hit the like button. Easiest way to do it. Really does help us out, and that's what we want to do. We want to provide that analysis and also give you guys a heads up when books are offering promos to get you in the door, and DraftKings Sportsbook is doing that. They've got their no-brainer offer. What that means, if you're a new user, use the link in the description of this video. You go there, quick deposit, you bet $5 on any NFL or college game, and they give you $200, no questions asked. Why are they doing that? They want your business. It's pretty simple. They're going to give you some money to play with, and they hope you stick around, and we're providing that opportunity, and we really hope you take advantage of it, because it's great to shop the lines and it's great to have extra books where you can bet and make these plays and find the best numbers available. Now, for this game, where are we going? Well, it's a really tough game. Baylor is taking a little money. This is ticked down to 3, plus 140 on the money line, over under 53.5. Let's dig into the teams before we talk about the plays. So Baylor, I could do a whole video just ranting about why Baylor played Albany. I don't really understand. They did beat them 69-10. That doesn't really make a lot of sense, but they went full beat down. And obviously, when you score 69 points, your offense looks pretty good. Chapin at quarterback looked good. All the new faces around him, they looked quite good. They suffered a handful of losses, particularly Smith in that backfield coming into this year. Everyone looked like it was fine, but again, level of competition. One thing I do know for sure, this offensive line is no joke. They returned basically intact. They were great last year. They might be one of the best offensive lines in the entire country this year. We saw that against Albany, 41 carries for 259 on the ground. I know that's Albany, but I don't think it's going to make a big difference. This team is going to push a lot of fronts around. Defensively, they were amazing last year. They lost some legit players. They lost the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year in their linebacking core. They lost multiple NFL picks in the secondary. The D-line, though, is fantastic. The secondary is still very strong. Baylor has a deep rotation of players. A lot of these guys have experience. I think the linebackers will be the biggest issue, but they're going to dominate the fronts against most teams. BYU is going to be a tough challenge, though. BYU looked good, 50-21 against USF. They're not Albany, but they're close enough, honestly. They've really struggled in recent years. Their quarterback in Jaron Hall, he was good, 261 yards passing. He didn't really use his legs. He can if he needs to. He's got some dual threat ability. The big question I have for BYU is who's playing and who's not. Romney, their best wide receiver, he did not play. Nakua, he got hurt during the game. It would really help BYU and help my over if these guys are in. So we have to keep an eye on that. BYU can score. They hung 50 in week 1. Big plays down the field, run the ball. Another team with a very strong offensive line. That's one of the keys to this game. BYU's offensive line against Baylor's defensive line. Whoever gets the control there could easily win this game. Defensively, BYU returns all 11 starters. So obviously they're going to make some improvements. But at the same time, I don't think they're going to be some historic defense, I'll be honest. They're going to be a solid unit that's going to cause some problems. But against top-end talent, I think points can be had. And I'll use even USF as an example. I know it's just one game, but 21 points against that offense, not the most inspiring start. So that's what I'm hoping for here. And I think that Baylor will have some success, particularly because of the offensive line. So we've talked about this. I've gone to Odd Chopper. I've shopped the lines. I'm actually going to the total here. If I had to pick a side, if you're wondering who would you bet, I would bet Baylor in this spot, probably at plus 140. I really have no interest in taking the 3 points. I think that Baylor's offensive line is just such a dominant unit. I actually really trust Chapin. You know, ironically, BYU, they played Baylor's former quarterback last week in Bohannon. He's moved on. Chapin takes over, and I actually really do trust him. I think that he'll have ample weapons that will emerge even with the losses suffered around him. I trust this offense. I think they're going to be able to move the ball. Defensively, Baylor's still going to be a very good team. but they're not invincible like they were last year in some regards. I think teams will score on them, and this is how I'm formulating this over. BYU takes shots. They're at home. They've got experience at QB and Hall. I'm hoping that his weapons on the outside will be there. Even if they're not, I still think that BYU has ample opportunities to put up some points. And with the offensive line talent for both of these teams, I think we could see some offensive explosion and just a pretty effective, efficient offense on both sides. I wouldn't be stunned to see this game with both teams flirting with 30 points, first to 35 wins, something like that. Close competitive game. My favorite bet is in fact over 53.5 points, and what should be a very good measuring stick for both these squads. Again, I want to thank everyone for hopping in, checking out these little game previews and everything we have as well. Go check out, like I said, the other videos, the other breakdowns. A lot of opportunities to make some bets and hopefully cash some tickets. But for me, for everyone here at OddsShopper, good luck. Enjoy all the games this weekend and hope to see you soon at more breakdowns here at OddsShopper.